Welcome back to Wikinews,
where we dive deep into the stories that shake our world, one heartbreaking detail at a time. Tonight, our hearts are heavy as we unpack a shocking incident that's left Nigeria reeling, a chaotic collision on the roads of Sagamu that's turned into a tale of recklessness, rage, and raw human vulnerability. It's the story of DJ Chicken, the bold, unfiltered TikTok sensation who's captured our screens with his wild energy, but whose life took a terrifying turn just yesterday, on November 1st, 2025. If you've been scrolling through your feeds, you've probably seen the videos circulating like wildfire, the ones that make your stomach drop and your mind race with questions. What really happened? How did it escalate so fast? And where does the healing begin from here? Let's rewind a bit to set the scene, because to understand the crash, you have to know the man behind the mic. Adadamola Adarimi, better known as DJ Chicken, rose from the gritty streets of Lagos to become a digital firestorm, a street DJ whose freestyles and feuds light up the internet, blending humor, hustle, and a touch of controversy that keeps us all hooked. At just 24, he's built a massive following, millions strong, with his signature swagger and no-holds-barred vibe. But beneath that bravado, there's a young man navigating fame's sharp edges, and sadly, it's those edges that seem to have caught up with him in the most devastating way. Reports from locals and eyewitnesses paint a picture of a day that started ordinary but spiraled into nightmare. Driving through the bustling town of Sagamu in Ogun State, DJ Chicken's car, allegedly weaving erratically, whispers of influence swirling in the air, slammed into a commercial motorcycle carrying a rider and his female passenger. The impact was brutal, the bike crumpled, bodies hit the asphalt, and in an instant, what could have been a fixable fender bender became a scene of shattered lives and searing pain. Imagine it, the screech of tires, the thud that echoes in your bones, the cries piercing the afternoon haze. The female passenger, a young woman whose name hasn't been released yet, suffered severe injuries, her body battered enough to land her in the orthopedic ward, fighting through agony that no one should endure on a routine ride home. The rider, too, was left bruised and broken, his livelihood, a simple okada that feeds his family, now twisted metal on the roadside. Eyewitnesses rushed in, phones out, capturing the raw chaos as DJ Chicken, dazed and desperate, allegedly tried to flee the scene. But the streets of Sagamu have eyes and a fierce sense of justice, born from too many untold stories of hit-and-runs that leave families in ruins. A crowd gathered, Okada riders at the forefront, their anger boiling over like a pot left too long on the flame. What followed was a frenzy of fury. Fists flying, shouts drowning out pleas, DJ Chicken pulled down and pummeled in a mob that blurred the line between accountability and assault. Videos show him on the ground, surrounded, his trademark confidence cracked wide open, replaced by fear and pleas for mercy. It's gut-wrenching to watch, a reminder that in the heat of hurt, we can all lose our way. As the dust settled, or rather, as the sirens finally wailed, questions hung thick in the air. Was this a one-off lapse, or part of a darker pattern? Whispers from Sagamu locals suggest it's the latter. DJ Chicken has reportedly been involved in at least 3 accidents in the past month alone, each tied to tales of reckless speed and alcohol-fueled decisions. It's a sobering thread, one that tugs at the heartstrings of anyone who's ever cheered for an underdog only to see them stumble hard. And yet, amid the outrage, there's a flicker of compassion. Today, footage emerged of DJ Chicken at the hospital, his face swollen but his steps steady, visiting the injured woman with what looked like genuine remorse. In his first public words since the crash, a tear-streaked video that's already racked up views, he broke down, voice cracking as he poured out his soul. "I never meant for this," he seemed to say through sobs, his eyes red-rimmed, hands trembling as he begged for forgiveness and vowed to make it right. It's a side of him we've rarely seen, the vulnerability stripping away the performer to reveal a man grappling with the weight of his mistakes. Whether it's enough to mend the fractures, only time will tell, but in that moment, you feel the human cost, the regret that hits harder than any blow. The online world, as always, is a storm of divided souls. Some rally behind the mob, decrying years of perceived arrogance from DJ Chicken, calling it karma served hot. Others, voices of reason like local advocates, condemn the violence outright, urging police in Sagamu to investigate not just the crash but the beating that followed. Calls ring out for the Akarigbo of Remo to step in, to remind us that justice isn't a street brawl but a measured path forward. And through it all, our thoughts turn to the victims, the woman whose dreams were derailed in a split second, the writer piecing his world back together. Their stories deserve more than headlines, they deserve support, healing, and a system that prevents this pain before it strikes. As we wrap up this edition of Wiki News, let's hold space for reflection in a world that moves too fast. Accidents like this don't just break bones, they shatter trust, ignite tempers, and force us to confront our own fragilities. DJ Chicken's journey from here? It's a crossroads. Will it be a wake-up call to rein in the chaos, or another chapter in the cycle? Only he can steer that wheel now. If this story moved you, hit that like button to spread awareness, and subscribe for more unfiltered dives into the news that matters. Your support keeps these conversations alive. Together, we can push for safer roads, kinder responses, and second chances earned. Thanks for joining me tonight, stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time on Wiki News. Good night.